postural analysis and see what this will show us here. So we get in here, the body's broken out into 4 parts. Here's our posture chart broken out here. And if you don't know how we do some of these postures, here's a video of me explaining what we're looking at.
All right, now we're going to evaluate the shoulder. And the first posture that we're going to look at is a flexed shoulder.
And so here's the postures here. That's under how to evaluate. That goes with each body part there. And then examples, these are taken over a 5-year time frame. We took pictures of actual students and patients, and we broke it out by body part and then got it back together, put it back together by body part here. And I tried to put each one of these, an example of each one of these postures in each video. They're about 6 to 10 minutes long, each of these. And so it's a good practice area. If you were to do everything, it would be the equivalent of about 100 full body postural analyses. So let's jump in. So we do a posture test. We go, yep, you got a rotated head. You have a downward rotated scapula. You have a low shoulder or an abducted shoulder. We get in and find a flexed elbow and an ulnar deviated wrist. Okay, so those are the postures that we found for the upper body. And then in the lower body, we're going to say laterally flexed. We have an adducted hip. And since we're not doing anything to differentiate, that means we're going to have an abducted hip on the other side, so it automatically clicks for you there. We didn't find anything in the knee. We go into the ankle. We got a plantar flexed ankle. Let's say it's bilateral, and we have a flexed toe. So that's what we have there. So now we're going to hit calculate. And once we hit calculate, it says C7 is the primary nerve problem. We have a secondary nerve problem, and it came to 2 or more nerves because it doesn't give us an answer right there. So let's go ahead and see what that is. So we get in here, and my example, we want to say that they have numbness or tingling. So here's numbness or tingling. And it's on the outside or the lateral side of the leg. And there's lower lateral leg numbness. So let's click on that. We didn't find anything else. Let's click on that. And so we end up with L5. So we got an L5 and an C7. Now the difference, look, there's 3 videos up here and there's 4 videos here. We have a single position treatment video for the lower body. So if someone cannot roll on their side or their stomach, then we can do the entire treatment from one position. So if we look at C7, the one-sided explanation, I do a little bit more teaching in. If you look at this treatment, that's 12 minutes for me to treat one side. The full bilateral treatment is a little less than 12 minutes. So I actually do the full treatment faster than I do when I'm explaining, because I do a lot of teaching in this one video here. If you already know and you're comfortable with all the movements and everything, then you can get into this treatment summary and you'll probably go faster than the 12 minutes of this video. So you can click on the treatment summary and it gives you a before and after picture of each movement just to remind you what the movement is and then what muscles you want to treat along with the origin and the insertion where they go. And so there is the treatment right there for C7. If we get into L5, same thing, the full bilateral treatment, single position treatment, and then the treatment one-sided. And again, you have the treatment flip chart here, and then you got the before and after picture and all the movements that we're going to do with that particular treatment. We have strengthening exercises or therapeutic activities for this person. Now this came down, so these are personalized by the postural imbalances that we found and the nerve problem that showed up. So this is very, very specific to each person, and it tells you what muscles need to be strengthened for each person. So let's say that we just chose those 2 muscles right there, the top 2. We can email those to ourselves. It takes about 2 minutes to come over. We could just pull it up and print it off and say, hey, here's an exercise for you. You guys may have better exercises than what I have as far as before and after pictures, but it gives you something. You can print it off and hand it to them and say, here, do this exercise. You can also save the treatment page. If you save the treatment page, It's going to save all the postures that we found. It's going to save the treatment videos. It's going to save all this information. If we had clicked on this, it usually saves the check marks as well and say that's what we sent over to the person. Let me look at this lower body. So we could do the same thing here. You know, let's say, oh, gluteus medius, let's just click on that and go, there you go. There's a exercise we can do. Okay. And again, like I said, you guys may have better exercises than I have, but it's something to give to the patients right there. Then if we wanted to start over and start with another patient, we come up here to the logo, or under here, there's 3 lines and you just go back to the MYK Brain. So either one of those, click on the MYK Brain or click on the logo and it takes you back to the starting position. That's just a sample of what the MYK Brain can do. Let me know if you have any questions.